What's your name? I got a couple things I wanna tell you, and I guarantee you, baby, you gon' like it. Shorty, you're a plane. I promise I ain't pressed, but if you ever need a lesson, baby, I can be your pilot.
Hey y'all, so today I'm coming to you to do a video that I've been requested several times to talk about, and it's none other than my stay and being black in Germany. So I live in a town in Germany, a town. I live in the states in Germany called Schleswig-Holstein, and it's up north. I think it's pretty close to Denmark. It's not pretty close to Denmark. It is close to Denmark. First of all, y'all, Germany is an amazing country. I won't lie about that. The way they accept people a lot, and I think it's such a good thing. And one thing is, before you come here, you need to know German. You need to know the basic German, um, which I think in each country is the A1, A2, B1, C1, and C2. I think those are like to go to school. I'm not sure, but you need to know basic German. And basic German is just the A1 and A2. And Germany is a very rich in culture country. They have so many cultures. There was one time I went to um, Berlin and the Holocaust memorial thing. I think it's beautiful that they um, have a place for those people who died, like a memorial kind of thing. And I think it's cool. And they have so many statues in Germany, like so many statues. I think Europe in general has so many different cultures. I'm Nigerian, so
Of course we have culture. The melanin is popping.
every time, y'all. So let's just get into it. One thing you're gonna get in Germany for being black is the stares. People stare at you all the time. Old, newborn, the baby that's just maybe 10 days old, they will stare at you. And it makes me mad, y'all. I think it's very rude when you just stare at people for no reason. You just stare. Why are you staring at me? And then when sometimes when somebody's staring at you and you look at them, they're supposed to look away. But here, sis, when they stare at you, they are not looking away. They are looking at you until they feel like stopping. But sometimes they get very embarrassed and then they stop looking at you, and then that's that. Another thing you're gonna get is when you stay in some certain states, they have very ignorant people, very ignorant people. I'm a tutor. I apart from my normal job, I teach kids. Um, so I was teaching these two little boys, and then one of them told me he has a black girl in his class, and he calls her Schwarzer Menschen. And Schwarzer Menschen means, I think, black people, but he said he just calls us Schwarzer or Cacao. So I told him, like, that's very wrong. You should never call anybody that. And he was still really arguing with me, y'all. This little boy is 11 years old, and his younger brother is 10, and was telling him, no, it's wrong. You should never do that. So I was going to teach him. I think on Monday, I was listening to music when I got to his house. Y'all wouldn't want to believe what this boy asked me. He said, I wouldn't think he asked me, but he said it and he thought I didn't hear. And he said, "Du hörst nigger Musik." So I looked, and his brother looked at him like, did you just say that? But I acted like I didn't hear anything. I had earphones on, but I could hear everything he was saying. So when his brother looked at him, he looked at me and was like, did she hear that? But I did hear it. So I sat them down and then I spoke with them about it, and he told me no, in his school the kids always call black people nigger, schwarzer, cacao, and I told him it's wrong. If he calls me that, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back to teach him. And then I told his father, of course. So ignorance is one thing. It doesn't matter what culture you come from, everybody's ignorant about black people. Okay, like now I love the fact that Germany accepted the immigrants, people and the refugees and people who don't have a home. And I got a question saying, why would any minority group go to Germany? Why not? Why not? If your home country isn't safe for you anymore, you need to migrate to another country. And if those people you are migrating to accept you, what you need to do is take the fact that they've accepted you and be nice in their country. Don't go breaking rules, don't go fighting. I remember vividly well when the refugee thing started. They some people here in Germany, some Ethiopian, I think Ethiopian and Sudanese people were trying to rape girls and just several things. I'm like, these people allowed you to come to their country and this is what you're doing. That's not that's not nice at all. It's very, very wrong. But then again, when those people do it, they are going to be seen as the bad apple. And then all of a sudden, all the black people are bad. We're not all bad. Some of us really want to listen to you, but we won't take time to check you real quick. Y'all. So another thing here is yeah, I was coming back from the bank one time and some kids were like in a group. They look like kids who don't know anything, so they were drinking and they were all in a group and they were like nigger 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 nigger. I'm like, are you talking to me? Because I was with my friend, so she was like, no, we should leave them. I'm like, if we leave them, we're only going to give them much more space to talk to us like this when they see us next time. So I sat down for a while and I was sad, but then I was like, it's not my fault you're ignorant. Like, it's obviously from your home and you don't know how to coordinate yourself in public where you see people. I just think it's just reckless and stupidity. So I just left them alone. And then, don't get me wrong. Not everybody in Germany is ignorant. Not everybody. You have very amazing people. There's people, like I said before, I'm African. I'm from Nigeria. So in the summer, every African nation in Germany has something they do in Kiel. So when I go for my country's thing we do in Kiel, there's a lot of white people there that eating African food, that eating Nigerian food, and they all love it. And then they have they buy what's it called? The attires, the African traditional attires from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Togo, and I think it's just beautiful. It's like you giving me something and I'm giving you back. I want to learn something from you and you have to teach me something in return, which I think is amazing. And what else? Yeah, one more thing is, like I said, you need to learn the language. So overall, my stay in Germany, I wanted to do this video when I newly came into Germany, but I was like, nah, I need to stay a while. So now I've been here for 4 years. So it's going great. I'm going to school, I'm working, and everything is fine. The one thing I want minority groups or black people to think is, when you're in a country that's not yours, you need to go and abide by the rules. You feel me? Don't do things that you know it's gonna put you in trouble. You gotta go with what the people who own there have put down as laws. You gotta follow that. You don't have to do what you think is right. So I think that's my little rant for the little thing. If I have much more points, I will come next time and tell y'all, but this is just my little rant. So if you want to come to Germany, you can come. You just gotta obey the rules. Until next time, bye.